For decades, from kindergarten to 16th grade, one thing has remained common throughout our schooling years: hating on the food in the cafeteria. There are simply not enough hours to talk about all the problems I have with all the cafeterias I've been to. But I do have time to talk about the one thing that bothers me the most: the fruit they serve here at the University of Kentucky. You may be wondering how I'm able to have such vast knowledge on this subject. And that is because I use 10 meal swipes a week, and many of those meal swipes I use at the cafeterias here at the University of Kentucky. Additionally, at a point last semester, I got fruit every time I went to the cafeteria. And I soon realized, as you will too, that was a mistake. It is the university's job to serve the students, and as a part of that job, they need to provide us better fruit options in the cafeteria. They are not catering to students' wants, and by association, they are not catering to students' needs. The University of Kentucky needs to provide various, high-quality fruits in their cafeterias in order to allow students to eat well-balanced meals. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, college students need 2 servings of fruit a day. I know many other University of Kentucky students who are barely getting 1 serving of fruit a day, if a few servings of fruit a week. We are simply not getting our bodies the basic nutrition that it needs. And if the cafeterias can't fill the need of one basic food group, then why should the students believe that they care about our health? To provide a first-hand example, in the past week, I've probably had 3 servings of fruit, and 2 of those were to film this project. I ask you to think about how many servings of fruit you've had in the past week. And remember, fruit snacks do not count. While the university does provide fruit options, they are not providing options that students want, and therefore they're not providing options that students will eat. Not only does this mean that students will not meet their daily fruit intake, but they will also end up wasting food as they will throw away the fruit that they don't want. Here's a picture of a fruit cup I received last week that I ended up throwing away because of its low quality. Now, you may be thinking that calling the cafeteria's fruit unlikable is biased, but no one's favorite fruit is melon. And that's not an opinion. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, the most liked fruit is apples, followed by oranges, then followed by bananas. As you can see, nowhere on this chart is cantaloupe or honeydew. Absolutely nowhere. The University of Kentucky seems to care a lot about providing healthy options. They have a healthy food station in the cafeterias that serve healthy options at every meal, and they also have a lot of vegetables to serve at every meal, almost at every station. So why would they provide us so many other healthy major food groups except for fruit? It just doesn't make sense. The university claims to provide their students with great tasting food, as can be seen in their website here, where they say, "We're committed to providing you a broad selection of great tasting, healthy food and beverages." If their standard of great tasting food is crunchy cantaloupe, then I think we have a more serious problem of not being able to understand basic definitions. It's so bad. Allow me to be of assistance. The definition of great: of an extent, amount, or intensity considerably above the normal or average. Now, maybe one could argue that their fruit is average if they've been eating crunchy cantaloupe their entire life, but I think we all can agree that it is nowhere near above average. So UK, start fulfilling your promises. Another reason it is imperative that UK give us better fruit options is that they require students who live on campus to have a meal plan. And if they expect to be our main source of meals, then they have to be able to provide a basic food group for us. And that's just the bare minimum. Perhaps the cafeterias on campus are not something you are familiar with, so allow me to take you on a Friday night's journey to Champion's Kitchen. Hey guys! So this is my plate. Looks very delicious. We have eggs and sausage and potatoes and corn and fruit. It's time for the fruit. Pineapple, always good, can never go wrong. The fruit is actually promising today. Look at how not crunchy that looks, as it should be. All right, the honeydew, it's very good. This is like the first time this semester the fruit has been this good. And for the cantaloupe, a little crunchier. Also, melon is bad. Despite the fruit not being terrible today, I think I'm still only gonna eat the pineapple because melon is bad and they shouldn't give it to us. What do you think of your fruit?
It's so good today.
Is it normally this good?
And that was the Champs experience.
As you can see, I do not believe that was a reflection of the normal quality of fruit they have. But whether their fruit cups are bad or less bad than usual, they are still simply providing us the cheapest option they can. And that says a lot about how much they value us and our experiences. Despite all of these negative aspects of fruit on campus, there are some things that can be done to improve the situation. Ultimately, students need higher quality fruit. The main fruit served at Champs is honeydew, cantaloupe, pineapple in their fruit bowls, and then they have bananas, apples, and oranges to hand out. All of these options are low quality and taste worse than what one would buy at the store. The only one I can vouch for is the bananas, but it's super hard to mess those up. Providing high quality fruits is simply that. Replacing what we have with fruits that taste better and that students actually want. Obviously, this would cost the cafeteria more money, but since it's their job to serve the students, this should be something that they're willing to do. The university should also give us variations of fruit. The university could rotate the fruit weekly. Each week we could have a different kind of apple, like a green apple or a gala apple or a Fiji apple. They could also rotate their oranges, and we could have oranges one week and clementines the next. But most importantly, they should rotate our fruit bowls. Now, I understand that some students do like melon for some reason, so we can keep the melon bowl but rotate it out with something else, like a bowl with more berries, like strawberries, blueberries, or even grapes. In order to know what a successful cafeteria with good fruit options look like, we'll have to look at some other colleges, because clearly we cannot look here. Now let's take, Duke for example. Look at this. Look at the various fruit options that Duke provides for its students. They have berry bowls full of strawberries and raspberries and blueberries, which sounds so good. And they also have kiwi. Kiwi! Clearly, we cannot let Duke be better than us. So UK, it's time to step up your game. Now, you may be asking yourself what you can do to attain such a glorious future as this. And it can be as simple as answering your email. UK is constantly sending us surveys about various things on campus, and I know they've sent some out about the cafeteria. One time when a friend and I walked into Champs, they had someone sitting there with an iPad and asked us to rate various things in the cafeteria. And the most important thing when answering these kinds of things is to be truthful. The university is constantly sending out surveys, so clearly they want feedback. We've just got to give it to them. Another idea could be going on a fruit strike and refusing to eat the fruit that they offer us. So basically what we're already doing. I wish I could say that my speech was coming to an end, just like this fruit cup is coming to an end, but clearly I'm not gonna finish it. So instead I will say, if you don't take away anything else from the speech, take away what I'm about to say next, because I'm summarizing all of it. It is widely apparent that the fruit at UK dining halls are not up to the standards they claim to be. And because it is the duty of UK to serve its students, we deserve better, more likable fruit. And I will die on this hill. The campus needs to purchase high quality fruit and also offer a variety of fruit, such as a berry fruit bowl instead of the nasty melon ones. Without this, students will continue eating far fewer servings of fruit than recommended, and will therefore be missing out on one major food group. Making improvements in these areas could lead UK down a path to having a profound and exciting dining experience. But we're just not there yet. I urge students to take every opportunity to have your voice heard, whether the university asks or not. Because remember, we're supposed to be making the most of our time here, and that includes making the most of our fruit. Thank you.